What's going on, guys? Quentin here. I'm back with another video. What I wanted to show you guys is just a straightforward way to connect your LS swapped throttle body to the pedal. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see what I got. So what we have here is just the original throttle body from the truck that this motor came out of, and it's going to be a drive-by cable setup. I've already removed the throttle cable from the original carbureted setup, and I have that right here, and it's going to be really short. So this part of it right here is what goes into the truck. And so if you can see, if I had that sitting in there like this, let's see if I can get it, it's not going to reach to get inside of here and function correctly. So what you have to do is get yourself an aftermarket throttle cable. Let me grab the one that I got. So this right here is going to be the aftermarket throttle cable that you're going to use. Guys, I'm in Florida. It is hot, man. It's cooking right now. So this is going to be the aftermarket throttle cable that you need. Let me grab the other one so you can see the length difference. This one is one of the 36-inch throttle cables that you can get from Amazon. They have a brand called Low Car that I've used in the past. It works fine and it's expensive. And this one I want to say was like 15 bucks versus like the $40 to $60 for the Low Car one. So just go on Amazon, type in LS swap throttle cable, and you can see the various sizes that they have to offer. Alright, so this is the part here that will be connecting to the carburetor on the original 350 small block, and this is the part that's going to be connected to the throttle body on the LS. So you can see here the difference in the lengths. Completely different. This one's just not going to work at all. One thing you're going to want to do is save this little plastic piece right here. Let me get close to the camera so you guys can see. You're going to want to save this little plastic piece right here. This is from the inside of the truck that connects the throttle cable to the pedal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just clip this off right here so I can save this part. So right here, I'm just gonna clip this off right at this point. It's gonna be tough because it's metal, it's wire, so. Let's get a little cut. You can do a little bendies. More bendies. And you can see it's a bunch of like loose strands, so you're just gonna cut through as many strands as you can at a time until you get to the last few, and then you can just cut it all off. And so this is your old throttle cable that you will not need anymore, but you want to keep this just so you can make the new aftermarket one work and connect to the pedal the same way the original one did. Alright, so now that I have this piece, I'm going to put this to the side because I don't need it just yet. So this is the end right here, and you'll see this little gold nut. That part is going to be what connects this cable to the throttle body. And then you have this end portion here, and this I guess is what will connect to a pedal, but for us, we're going to be taking this whole piece off and just adding the little plastic piece to the end of this. So this metal piece right here is going to be gone, and then we're going to be adding this to the cable. So what I have to do to get to this is disconnect this nut right here and pull this off, and then I'll be able to pull this whole cable out. So I'm going to need to find a little Allen wrench and screw this and loosen this up right here. So I'm going to grab that, and then I'll show you guys how to pull all the way out. Alright, so I got one of the smallest Allen wrenches I've ever seen. And so now I'm able to just loosen up the nut. You can see right here, nut, but the Allen wrench is at the head of the nut, and then the wire goes through there. So loosen that up, put that there for safety, and then all of this, everything's loose. So I just, when I turned it down to pull it off, all that stuff came off. So be careful, you don't want to lose any of that stuff. All that's going to go on last. But for now, we're going to take this off. And then we are going to feed this through here. So you can see the little nut, the little stopper right there. We have to feed that off of this. So I'm gonna get something to push that out. All right, so I'm using a flathead screwdriver and I'm just trying to push this through here. There you go. And now I can pull that all the way through. And I don't need this piece anymore. Put that to the side. And now all we have to do is take this piece and run this all the way through here. And so now we have this piece that you can drop, and I'll show you how to install this into the pedal itself. But now we can just use this, the stock connector, to put this into the pedal. So the next thing you want to do with these is you're going to want to take this nut off here, and I'm going to show you what you have to do. So I went to the store and I picked up these washers. These do not come with the kit, but you will need them because, as you can see, that square hole right there is where it comes out of on the truck, and this right here is round, so that's not going to work to just sit in there. It'll just fall through. So what I do is I just get a washer to sit in between this part right here and that hole, so I can then screw this down on the inside. And you want to get a washer for the outside here and then another washer for the inside, and I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm going to screw this off and then get this in position. My 4 washers, because I'm going to need 2 more for the throttle body position of it. So right now what I need to do is just finishing to unscrew this, and then I can put this one here. So now that I have this, all I need to do is feed this through here. And just let that sit in there for now. Perfect. So you guys see how that's sitting in there? Now I'm gonna go to the inside and I'm gonna put this and this on, and then that's gonna be fastened nice and tight right there. All right, so I think you should be able to see it right up there. That's gonna be the top. Let's see. Right here, that's that coming in here, and so I'm gonna just put this washer and this nut on there and tighten it all down. This is the throttle pedal right here that plastic piece comes through and just holds it all in. So now you can see I have that nice and tight. I use a vice grip under the hood to hold the other side of it, and then I just screwed it down with a wrench on this side. So it's all set now. Now I can run the cable through that. The cable is ran, and I have that grommet right through the pedal, or whatever you want to call that thing, right through here. It just kind of just pokes into that hole. There goes the vice grip right there on that end, holding it nice and tight, so I can get that through there. So now it's nice and easy. So now what's left to do is to add this stuff to the end here and get it added and installed on this throttle cable. Alright, so now it's time to connect all of these little guys here to the throttle body, well, to the throttle cable and this bracket, and then it's going to be added to this throttle body. First thing you're going to do is take this one and a washer, put it here, like that, and then we're going to take this, put it here like this, and we're going to just screw this all down nice and tight. you're gonna take this piece and put it back over the cable. And then you're gonna feed this all through here, like this. And you pull this wire tight. And then, all you need to do is feed this guy back through here. Okay. So I feel like once I trim it down, which I'm not going to do yet, once I trim that down, I'll be able to sit in there flush. But I'll go in there and push the pedal and you should be able to see it move a little bit. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you how to install a throttle cable into your LS swap, and specifically this one's a K5 Blazer. Once I get the harness installed and I get ready to work on the sensor, then I'll go ahead and start trimming this all down. I may even cut this down a little bit. It's not too bad, but if I can cut it down some, I will. So I appreciate you guys coming and taking a look at the build, following the progress with me. If you have any additional questions on LS swaps, or specifically LS's in K5 Blazers, definitely leave them down in the comments. I'll be bringing a lot more content now that I have some parts ordered. I got my radiator, I do have the Holly, and so all of this stuff's gonna be getting put onto the truck and see if we can start hitting the road. So stick with me, and I'll see you on the next one.